The camera pans across a lonely dirt road, dust swirling in the afternoon sun. A girl in worn boots carries a basket of vegetables, her gaze fixed downward. Suddenly, 3 older teens block her path. Their laughter cuts through the stillness of the farm. They shove her basket, scattering carrots and potatoes into the dirt. "Why don't you ever talk, huh? Think you're better than us?" one sneers. The girl says nothing, just quietly picks up her vegetables. But in that silence lies a strength none of them can see. What the bullies don't know is that behind her quietness hides a connection powerful enough to change the course of their lives. Because one phone call to her father, the director of the FBI, will soon shatter the world they thought they controlled. Emily Carter was known in her small rural town as the Silent One. At 17, she spoke little, preferring to spend her days working on her family's farm, caring for animals, and studying late into the night. People mistook her quietness for weakness. Her mother had passed away when she was only 10, and though her father loved her deeply, he was rarely home. All Emily knew was that he worked in Washington and often vanished for weeks at a time. He never spoke about his job, only promising her one thing: "Emily, if you're ever in real trouble, call me, no matter what." But trouble came often. The local bullies, sons of wealthy landowners, targeted Emily daily. They mocked her clothes, her silence, her life on the farm. She tried to ignore them, clinging to her chores, her books, and the comfort of her animals. Yet each taunt cut deep. One autumn afternoon, as Emily walked home from the small market, the bullies cornered her again. They accused her of resisting their advances, of not laughing at their crude jokes. When she refused to speak, their frustration turned cruel. They shoved her basket, grabbed her arm, and laughed when she stumbled to the ground. Her heart pounded, tears threatened, but she didn't scream. She remembered her father's words. That night, for the first time, she picked up her old flip phone and dialed his number. "Dad," she whispered, her voice breaking, I need you." There was silence on the other end, then his voice, calm and steady. "Emily, where are you?" Within hours, everything would change. The next morning, the bullies strutted through town as if nothing had happened, but Emily's farm was no longer the same. Black SUVs lined the dirt road. Men in dark suits spoke into earpieces, scanning every angle of the property. Neighbors watched from a distance, whispering. From the largest SUV, a tall man in a dark coat stepped out. His presence commanded silence. It was Emily's father, Richard Carter, director of the FBI. Few in the town had ever seen him, and those who did never imagined he was the quiet farm girl's father. He walked straight to Emily, his eyes softening as he saw the bruise on her arm. He knelt, brushing her hair back gently. "No one will ever hurt you again," he promised. Word spread quickly. The bullies were called in for questioning, their families facing not just embarrassment but federal scrutiny. Their arrogance crumbled when they realized who they had crossed. The FBI didn't just protect the nation, it protected its own. But Richard didn't stop at justice. He sat down with Emily that night, not as a director, but as a father who had been away too long. "You're stronger than you think, Em," he said. "You've endured quietly, but now it's time the world sees your strength." For the first time in years, Emily spoke freely. She told him about her struggles, her loneliness, and how silence had been her shield. He listened, truly listened, and promised to be there more often. The bullies never came near her again. Their smirks vanished, replaced by shame, and Emily, though still quiet, found a new kind of courage. She realized her strength didn't lie in shouting back, but in standing tall, knowing she was never truly alone. Sometimes the quietest voices carry the loudest strength, and sometimes the people we underestimate the most are the ones standing closest to power. Emily's story is a reminder: silence doesn't mean weakness, it often means resilience.